There are times in our life where it may seem like this is the hardest time that you are going through. You might be confused about who you are, where you're going, and what steps you need to take. Hi, greetings. Welcome to Align with Arianna. I am back again, so excited to just be here, be present with you, and bring in this powerful position that you have and that we are in this time, in this space. Many of you know me as Align with Arianna, and I am here to connect with you all, to bring in the element and the spirit of change. My mission and my purpose in this life is to expand consciousness and awareness. And it's more so about working on my inner being so that I can show up here today in my full form and how I'm supposed to be, just expressing myself. And you are here to do the same. All you know is that you are here to evolve. You know that you have a sense of expansion. You know that you have a sense of awareness. But I'm here to talk to you about how you come into that awareness. Too often, many people talk about the affirmations that they speak. Many people say affirmations, but they don't live those affirmations in their everyday life. I'm here to challenge you to activate your inner being and start living out your affirmations every single day in every part of your reality. There might need to be an awakening that needs to happen in your life like it did for me. In 2014, I had a deep spiritual awakening. But one of the most pivotal times that changed my life was not in 2014. It is in this moment right now in 2023. Now we've activated a portal for us to really step into our most powerful moments in space and in time. And with all the recent eclipse and retrogrades, this time is now. This time has come forward now for you to process and open up many parts of your activation to step into your power. This is what I am talking about, your power and your truth. A lot of you feel disconnected from that power and that truth because you too might suffer for something or from something that I experienced, which is called a trauma bond. Trauma bonds can be formed through relationships with parents, with friends, family members, teachers to student relationships, even in fraternities and sororities. A lot of people don't have these conversations because they don't realize the effects that it has on your everyday life and your reality to be who you were destined to be. More than likely, if you are experiencing the ability to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, know your worth, accept that you're worthy, accept that you too have the ability to heal and help connect others, but you don't know how to or where to start, you possibly might be experiencing a trauma bond. Trauma bonds are deep wounds, and they start very early in age and can sometimes even be processed and carried our whole entire life, jumping from one relationship to the next and so forth and so on. All of these things occur because in our reality, we lose sense with our own personal ability to create and become the person that we are destined to be. But like I mentioned before, 2023, and right now in this moment is the biggest time to do so. This is the time for you to activate deeper parts of you. Step out on faith, trust and believe, and break forward with passion. Lead with passion. Lead with the truest light in your body, your soul, your mission, and your purpose. I'm able to speak to you today because I've done so. I've been able to step out of my comfort zone and really lead from a place of passion and my soul. somewhere I desire to be, somewhere that has brought me forward in this creation. Trauma bonds also help you sometimes feel unresolved, unloved, unsupported, unheard. And if you're constantly seeking validation, truth, support, and love from the very person that continually shows you that they do not care to give you support or hear you out, they continually show you that they don't care about your opinions or your emotions, maybe through the silent treatment, maybe through being dismissive, maybe through not even acknowledging their awareness to the degree of what they hold, their responsibilities that they hold, and vice versa, then you might be connected with a trauma bond. So I invite you all to step into your power at this moment and reclaim that. Your sense of awareness and your ability to be the best version of yourself is not far from you. It's not disconnected from you. It's actually very close to you. It's just covered. And it's your job and your responsibility to peel the layers back so that you can be the best version of yourself. So you can intend to shift your life in the direction that you want it to go. Up until this time, I didn't believe that I was a creator, that I could have so much power over my life, that I could shift my world. But what changed my life was the ability to bring awareness to my pain, to what I was feeling and why it was showing up. And I made a commitment that I was going to live a life of fulfillment, that I was going to live a life of impact. I was going to work so continuously and so lovingly on my own transformation that it could only reverse and reflect outward. And that's why you're here today. I want you to bring your state of awareness to the deeper parts of who you are, the deeper parts of what you need to heal and uncover. And in this moment in time, the way you find growth and healing is by asking yourself questions. Yes, it sounds very silly, but it's very important for you to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions as if you are observing yourself from the outside in. Remember, you are your own healer. You are your own teacher. You are empowered and impacted by your own words. So why not speak them to yourself? Why not ask yourself the question that you need to know? Ask yourself, why are you experiencing the pain that you feel? Why is the trauma there? Where is it coming from and why it is attached? You might have to go back to envision who that trauma bond is connected to. And whoever it is popping up in your mind, in the front part, the vision, the image that you see, whether it's your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, uncle, teacher, anyone that is popping up, even your younger self. You want to go back to see where that trauma bond was formed. How did it start? Where was it created from? And releasing it from that place. If you guys would like to know more about how to do that, I have posted a video on my social media account, Instagram, at AlignwithArianna Official. And I have a video that helps you and walks you through the activation of releasing that trauma bond. Cutting the cord from the things, the people, the places, situations that no longer serve you. And that's the most loving thing that you can do for yourself, is to clear and remove things that are in your way. You are now here because you are ready to serve and live a life of power from the place that you know you deserve to be. from the place in which you truly are? Do you know that it's actually your birthright to live a life of abundance and live a life of worthiness? If you begin to think in your mindset that your worthiness can be shifted by the amount of money that you have or the amount of things that show up in your reality, then you're far from the true connection of worthiness. The true connection of worthiness cannot be shifted from one person to the next, whether you make a sale on your business or not, whether you have a breakup or whether you fall in love. Your true worthiness starts from your connection with your inner being and your inner knowing. And I'm here to help you activate that. So I want you to ask yourself some questions to start that activation, of course, from this part of the rim, because there are different kind of learners. Some people learn through kinesthetics, some people learn through imagery, some people learn through actually tactile touching and experiencing these things. So I want you to ask yourself a few questions. First off, I want you to ask yourself, are you in trauma bond at this time, at this moment? Are you trauma bonding? Then I want you to ask the question, who are you trauma bonding with? Who is showing up? Are you trauma bonding in your business relationships? Are you trauma bonding in your friendships? Because we might not realize that this is the part of our reality that disconnects us from the things that we truly want to live by. And the things that we really desire to experience, whether it's wealth, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 in our bank accounts, whether it's feeling love or finding the love of our life. These are the things that come up or show up that prevent us from experiencing that thing. That thing that shows up is what we have to go back and deal with. I know many of you have heard of the term childhood wounding or shadow work. These are loose-based terms, or I will say reality-connected terms, to help you kind of gain a sense of what you should be doing. But shadow work and childhood healing, all those are just short terms for bringing in your awareness to where you are today. It's about going back, seeing with the perspective that you have now and who you are now, where's the gray area in your life that needs to be dug up, talked about, and brought to the forefront. Those are the areas that allow you the most growth, the most possibilities, and the endless results, especially coming from the divine. So I want you to dig up those parts of your life. Ask yourself, am I in a trauma bond? And then, like I mentioned before, if you're unaware of what a trauma bond is, ask yourself, do you feel unsupported? Do you feel unheard? Do you feel like that you're constantly seeking to be understood? And with whom does that occur with? If you feel that, then you're more than likely connected to a trauma bond, or you have a trauma bond with someone. And many people don't know that trauma bonds are deeply connected with our ability to heal and move forward in our life. They're very toxic, very dangerous, and very intoxicating. It's very strong, it's very, very strong, very much stronger than most drugs, because the addiction that you have to continually go back and be connected in relationships or get into new relationships with new trauma bonds with the same wounds continually happen over and over. And sometimes when you try to release yourself or let go of these things, it could hurt. But it is an energy of purging. So you can have sickness. You can develop some sort of ailment for releasing it. You could feel bad. You can have constant thoughts about the person you had a trauma bond with. All those things can occur. But on the other side of that is your freedom. On the other side of that is your prosperity. On the other side of that is your abundance and your power. There lies your truth. And you have to ask yourself, does the truth outweigh the cost? The cost of suffering, the cost of feeling unloved and unsupported, the cost of being unheard or getting the silent treatment or being dismissive to how you feel. Your feelings are worthy to be heard. Your feelings are worthy to be positioned in front of the right people that will guide you and speak to you with love and support. So, like I mentioned before, I am here today because I decided to work through that. I decided to go deeper on those parts of my life, and I continually developed over time. So, who you are in life, I want you to begin to speak your mantra. There's plenty of affirmations and plenty of things that show up in the timeline of speaking like things into your life, into existence, right? We hear that all the time. Speak it into existence. But I want you to begin to speak your mantra, your personal mantra in your life, your personal mantra on why you came here. If you don't know your purpose and your mission, I strongly urge you to seek out a free consultation with me so we can uncover and clear out anything that prevents you from seeing that, so you can be shown what direction and path that you need to take your true power, your true existence. I strongly urge you to reach out to me down below. You can definitely send me an email at alignwitharianna@gmail.com or follow me on my social media on Instagram at alignwithariannaofficial and send me a DM. Because like you and like me, I was that one that needed that support. And I was able to find that support. I was able to go deep into my awareness. And that's why I do what I do. That's my purpose and my mission in life, is to make sure that I am showing up in that area so other people can see the reflection of themselves, so they can see their awareness or get familiar with their awareness. So I urge you to reach out to me and connect with me here. Now, if you would love to book me for a seminar, speaking, or any other services that you would like for me to enter into and be invited into and show love and support and help walk you through this thing called life, of course, you can send me an email down below. Emails or book gigs at alignwitharianna@gmail.com. And I decided to become a life coach for that very reason. Not because you guys can book me. Because remember, my worth and my value is not determined by whether a client books or not. I will remain. I will be sustained through all lifetimes, no matter what. Because I'm here and I'm fully aware of my consciousness and the degree of things existing around me that doesn't have conscious, or that does. But the reason why I became a life coach, obviously, is because I knew that I needed to show up. I knew that my purpose was greater. I knew that people needed to see the reflection of themselves. And that's what I'm here for, to be the reflection, so that you can see and we can tap into those deeper parts. So I want to thank you guys for aligning with Arianna. Of course, If you would like to book your own personal one-to-one consultation to help you see what beliefs and identities that you have adopted over this whole entire life cycle that you're ready to rid yourself of and start over and get a clean slate and really step into your power, your true power, your sourceful power, the power that expands through all times and space, you can connect with me at AlignwithArianna@gmail.com. Also, feel free to reach out to me on my social media accounts, where I am at AlignwithArianna Official on my Instagram. And you can follow my everyday story and my everyday journey to just show my life and what it's like to be a life coach, to spread love into others' lives, and just to be that reflection if you just need some inspiration, if you just need a bit of push and guidance on your journey. So I want to thank you all for allowing me